Hey there. Ever feel like a million excuses are standing between you and your dreams? If only I had more resources, money, time, talent. Yeah, we've all been there. But what if I told you the biggest obstacle is often right between your ears? That's where Napoleon Hill comes in. His book, Think and Grow Rich, dives deep into the power of your mindset. He uncovered some timeless truths: how desire, belief, and focused action can truly transform your life. But the book's got 15 long chapters that will take a while to read and digest. So I did the work for you. In today's video, I've broken the book down by chapters, digested the key concepts, and interpreted them for today's world. You're welcome. Ready to ditch the excuses and unlock your potential? For those who are short on time, have a go at the 1-minute summary that's coming up next. But stick around if you have more time, and I guarantee you will like the details in the rest of the video. Our biggest obstacle to success isn't always external. It's our own mindset. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich explored this way back in the day. And while some advice is outdated, the core concepts are timeless. We focus on understanding your true power. It starts with a burning desire, not mere wishing, but a clear, motivating goal. Your subconscious mind is on autopilot, so make it work for you with belief and focused action. Fear is a sneaky foe. Learn to recognize it and build courage with small steps. Finally, excuses are traps. Self-awareness and a new action-oriented mindset are key. This isn't some quick fix, but it is about unlocking your inner potential. Think of it as upgrading your mental operating system for the results you truly want in life, whether that's wealth, relationships, or a greater sense of purpose. You have the power to create the life you desire. So that's the 1-minute summary, short and sweet. And if you're heading off, thanks for listening today, and hope to see you around in my next video. Stay around for the deep dive into Napoleon Hill's brilliant life guide. Chapter 1. The Power of Thought. Have you ever wondered about the power of the human mind? Can thoughts really affect our lives? In this chapter, Napoleon Hill dissected 3 real-life cases to kickstart the journey of harnessing our thoughts and turning them into success. The man who partnered with Edison. Many years ago, Edwin Barnes had a dream to become business partners with the legendary inventor Thomas Edison. With no money and little education, he seemed far from his goal. But Barnes had something powerful: an intense desire and unwavering determination. Despite having no money or connections, Barnes hopped a freight train to pursue this dream. Edison saw Barnes's determination and gave him a chance. Though his initial job was menial, Barnes's desire kept burning. Eventually, Edison unveiled a new invention: the Edison dictating machine, which his team couldn't sell. Barnes seized the opportunity with unwavering belief that he could. His success led to a lifetime partnership with Edison and immense wealth. Using nothing but his mind, Barnes eventually achieved his extraordinary dream. This story underscores a crucial idea: our thoughts are powerful forces that can shape our reality. 3 feet from gold. But what happens when we face setbacks? Can we still achieve success? Let's learn from the story of R.U. Darby. Darby gave up mining for gold literally just 3 feet before striking a massive vein. This teaches us that persistence is key. When faced with temporary defeat, it's easy to quit, but the most successful people never give up on their goals. Darby learned this lesson the hard way, but he applied it to become an incredibly successful life insurance salesman. He realized temporary failures hold the seeds of amazing opportunity if we persist. The power of belief. Another story tells of a sharecropper's daughter who stared down Darby's uncle, demanding her mother's due of 50 cents. Her defiant belief caused the man to back down. This taught Darby how the right mindset can achieve seemingly impossible things. He realized the importance of determination in life, and that fueled his eventual success as a life insurance salesman. So, how can you harness the power of your thoughts and achieve success just like Barnes and countless others. Napoleon Hill argues the principles for attaining riches lie within our own minds. We need a burning desire, definiteness of purpose, and relentless persistence. If we develop a success-conscious mindset, riches will manifest. In the following chapters, we will explore 13 key principles that can help you transform your life. These include 1. Having clear, specific goals. 2. Intense, passionate longing for your dreams. 3. Refusing to give up in the face of obstacles. The secret to success lies within your mind. Get ready to discover how to change your thinking and achieve the life you've always wanted. Chapter 2, Desire. This chapter is all about the incredible power of a definite, burning desire to achieve your goals. Edwin Barnes's story is used as a powerful example. He went from being a penniless drifter to partnering with Thomas Edison because of his unrelenting desire. The dream. Barnes didn't just wish to work with Thomas Edison, he had a burning desire to be Edison's business partner. This wasn't about a job. It was a vision of co-creating something great. The setback. When he arrived at Edison's office, he looked like a tramp, not a potential business tycoon. Edison instead offered him menial work sweeping floors. Barnes, despite initial disappointment, saw opportunity. The strategy shift. Instead of giving up, Barnes's desire intensified. He changed his title in his own mind from laborer to partner. He acted as if he was already in the role, exuding confidence even while doing small tasks. The opportunity. Persistence paid off. An invention stumped Edison's team. And Barnes, seeing a chance, boldly presented a solution. Edison, impressed by his initiative and spirit, recognized the spark he'd been looking for, the partnership. Barnes didn't just get a job with Edison. He eventually became a key player in the Edison Company, living proof that desire combined with action can achieve extraordinary results. The key takeaways from his story are: 1. Don't just wish, have a burning desire. Mere wishes are weak. A burning desire fuels relentless action. 2. Persistence is a muscle. Setbacks are part of the process. Keep going. 3. Opportunities are everywhere. Be alert even in seemingly mundane circumstances. 4. Back your desire with a plan. Don't be afraid to burn your bridges and commit fully to what you want. 5. Persistence is essential. Those who quit in the face of difficulty won't find success. 6. Mindset shapes reality. Barnes's inner transformation attracted the outer breakthrough. 6 steps to turn desire into reality. 1. Be specific about your goal. What exactly do you want? 2. Know what you'll give in return. Be willing to make the necessary sacrifices. 3. Set a clear deadline. 4. Create a detailed plan. Don't just dream, lay out the steps. 5. Write down your goal and plan. Include how much money you want, what you'll give in return, and your deadline. 6. Read your written statement twice daily and believe you will achieve it. The power of persistent desire. Napoleon Hill ends the chapter with the story of his own son, born without ears, an apparent disability. But he refused to accept this as a limitation. Through bedtime stories, he instilled in his son a belief that his condition could become an advantage. The son sold newspapers, demonstrating initiative and proving his mother's concerns wrong. This reinforced the author's belief in his approach. Despite years of setbacks, a breakthrough came with an improved hearing aid, restoring the son's hearing. This experience inspired his son. An idea came to him. Use his own story to bring the joy of hearing to other deaf people. The hearing aid company hired him, fulfilling his wish to turn his challenge into a meaningful life. Napoleon Hill learned that his son's success was due to the unwavering desire the author had instilled early on. Nature bends to the will of desire. Nothing is impossible if you have faith, and a burning desire to achieve it. Chapter 3, Faith. Faith is the head chemist of our minds. It gives our thoughts power and allows us to tap into infinite intelligence. This could be a higher power, the universe, etc., depending on your beliefs. Faith can't be described. It must be developed through the following methods. 1. Autosuggestion. Repeating positive affirmations to your subconscious mind. 2. Mixing emotions with your thoughts. Passion, belief, and love supercharge your desires. Your subconscious mind doesn't care if your thoughts are positive or negative. It translates all of them into reality. This is why some people feel doomed to failure. Their negativity becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your belief and expectancy determine how your life unfolds. Autosuggestion is the key to developing unshakable faith. Napoleon Hill provides a detailed formula to follow. 1. State your purpose clearly and with certainty. 2. Visualize yourself as the person you want to become. 3. Demand self-confidence of yourself. 4. Focus on building positive character traits. 5. Read this formula aloud daily with belief. People can even will themselves to death through negativity. This is called suggestive suicide. Your thoughts, especially when charged with emotion, become your reality. Historical figures like Abraham Lincoln and Mahatma Gandhi achieved greatness fueled by faith, in themselves or in a cause. Your faith, or lack of it, shapes your entire life. So choose your thoughts and beliefs wisely. How an idea made billions. The story of U.S. Steel. Charles Schwab envisioned a massive steel corporation, and his idea was the seed of what became U.S. Steel. It wasn't money or resources, but his idea that started it all. What were the ingredients of his success? Schwab's idea succeeded because he incorporated the following. 1. Faith. He had unshakable belief in his vision. 2. Planning. He had a detailed strategy. 3. Persistence. He didn't give up and followed through until it happened. 4. Burning desire. He was passionate about its success. In 1900, Schwab delivers a rousing speech to powerful financiers, including J.P. Morgan. His speech paints a picture of the steel industry's future, focusing on efficiency, expansion, and cost saving. This sparks Morgan's interest as Schwab hints that even the mighty Carnegie could be brought into this mega merger. Secret meetings ensue. Schwab negotiates with Carnegie, using his knowledge of the industry to set the terms. Carnegie names his price, $400 million, a staggering sum at the time. Morgan agrees, and the formation of U.S. Steel begins. The story proves that a powerful desire, when acted on, can transform into tangible results, even billions of dollars. Desire plus action equals reality. Schwab's unwavering faith in his idea made it irresistible to others. U.S. Steel's worth skyrocketed by $600 million after the merger, showing how ideas drive prosperity. Don't limit your thinking. You, too, can achieve great things with the power of desire, faith, and a solid plan. Chapter 4. Autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is all about the messages you send to your own mind. It's not just words, it's how you say them that matters. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. If you don't plant positive thoughts, negativity will take over. By consciously repeating your desires, goals, and affirmations, you train your subconscious mind to focus on them and believe them. However, merely saying your goals is useless. You must mix in emotion, feeling, and faith for your subconscious to act. How do we use autosuggestion? 1. Get specific. Write down exactly what you want. The money, the time frame, what you'll give in return. 2. Visualize. Close your eyes and see yourself with what you want. Feel as if it's already real. 3. Read your statement daily. Read it out loud morning and night until you genuinely believe it. Persistence is key. This takes practice. Don't get discouraged. Keep at it. Trick your mind into believing. It must create a plan to achieve your desire. An example statement is, I will have $50,000 by January 1st, 2030. I'll earn this through my exceptional service as a store manager. I believe I already have this money. I await the plan to make this happen. So, why does this work? Autosuggestion harnesses your deep belief. When you mix emotion and repetition, you transform dreams into reality. Through this, you become the master of your own destiny. Chapter 5, Specialized Knowledge. General knowledge is plentiful, but to make money, you need specialized knowledge in your field. A college degree doesn't equal knowledge. Henry Ford and Thomas Edison lacked formal schooling, but were incredibly successful. What are the sources of specialized knowledge? 1. Your own experiences. The lessons you've learned are valuable. 2. Mastermind groups. Tap into the knowledge of others in your field. 3. Colleges and universities. Formal education can be a great foundation, but keep in mind that it's not the be-all and end-all. 4. Libraries, both online and offline. A massive resource of free knowledge. 5. Training courses, night school, or online courses for specific skills. Knowledge is only valuable when applied. Don't just learn, take what you learn and put it into action. Employers value employees who invest in themselves through continued learning. So how do we choose the right knowledge to acquire? Focus on what will help you achieve your major life goal. Research reliable sources before spending time and money. Napoleon Hill used the case of the bookkeeper to illustrate this. A salesman, during hard times, upskilled himself in bookkeeping. He realized he could not stay stationary in his old job. Then he found a way to offer this service affordably to many small businesses. This idea made him more than he earned before. Plus, he helped many others. The key points of this chapter are 1. Specialize to stand out. The world is changing. Focus on in-depth knowledge. 2. Never stop learning. Success demands continuous growth. 3. Imagination plus knowledge equals opportunity. This combo can open incredible doors. Napoleon Hill condensed the gems in this chapter into the following quote. Riches, when they come in huge quantities, are never the result of hard work. Riches come, if they come at all, in response to definite demands, based upon the application of definite principles, and not by chance or luck. Chapter 6. Imagination. Most people think endless labor equals wealth. Think again. This chapter reveals the real secret to riches. It's not chance, it's these principles. 1. The power of imagination. You create your reality. Wealth starts in the mind. Henry Ford wasn't an engineer. Edison wasn't a top student. Yet they changed the world. Visualize a laborer slogging away his whole life versus someone sketching his idea for a consumer product on a notepad. The laborer is putting in tons of physical effort, but without any change in routine, he will be doing that for many years to come. The latter's sketch, while seemingly trivial at a glance, could very well become the basis of a popular product that people rush to buy for their kitchens. The bottom line is that it's not about the amount of physical effort that goes into an activity that determines its role in creating wealth. Physical effort is important, but the nature and purpose of that effort is even more important. 2. The 3 types of imagination. The first is synthetic, and it involves the rearrangement of existing knowledge. This is the most common. The next is creative, and this is where breakthroughs happen. It's linked to the infinite. Finally, we have the visual imagination. This is where concepts take a step up to be transformed into something perceptible and eventually concrete. This is where eureka moments are born, if you may. 3. Action is essential. Desire without a plan is just a wish. For example, Coca-Cola started with a recipe and a bold action. Without bold action, it would have remained an idea on a recipe card. Visual imagination paved the way for a recipe card to be transformed into a massive multinational business. 4. The Enchanted Kettle Story. A drug clerk bought a recipe for $500. Sounds crazy? It turns out that the real ingredient of success that he added was his imagination and belief. Visual imagination allowed the old-timey drugstore to be transformed into a kettle bubbling over with immense profits. So what's your burning desire? Don't focus on what you lack. Use your imagination and be specific about it. Chapter 7, Organized Planning, From Desire to Riches. The Power of a Solid Plan. You know what you want. You've fueled it with imagination. Now what? This chapter reveals the secret to turning dreams into reality, a workable plan. These are the key points. 1. The mastermind. You can't build an empire alone. Surround yourself with skilled people. This is essential. Think of them as your success team. Visualize. A mastermind meeting, a group of people with diverse but complementary skills strategizing. 2. What do you bring? Be clear on your value. What skills, ideas, or connections are you offering? This is about mutual benefit, not just taking. Visualize. A chart showing the balanced exchange of skills, abilities, and resources within your team. 3. Harmony is key. Your group must be aligned in goals or it's doomed to fail. This is where strong leadership matters, and you could very well be the one to provide that. Visualize. Team members shaking hands with a sense of unity. 4. Persistence plus adapting. Don't mistake setbacks for failure. Change course, not your goal. Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, they all faced obstacles, but they persisted in order to find success. Visualize. A maze with false starts, but still reaching the end. Most wealth starts by offering expertise and ideas, not stuff. Leaders versus followers. Decide what you want to be. There's no shame in being either. Great leaders start small. They follow intelligently, then step up their game when they have enough experience and confidence. The world needs new leaders. Old school, bossy leadership is dying out. Cooperation and mutual benefit is the future. Could this be your moment to step into that role? The major causes of failure. Myth 1. Bad luck or bad genes hold me back. The truth is, your mindset and choices matter more. Focus on what you can control. Break the imaginary chains labeled heredity, circumstances, fate. Myth 2. Success is just about hard work. The truth is, you need more than just hard work. You need a clear goal, ambition, and knowledge to put that effort towards. If you are running fast in the wrong direction, you ain't going nowhere near your goal. Myth 3. People like me equals I'll get ahead. The truth is, eventually it's results, cooperation, and persistence that create success. People like you because you are creating value for them, whether tangibly or intangibly. Myth 4. A few shortcuts will get me there. The truth is, get rich quick is a trap. It's about building skills, value, and reputation that are necessary for riches to happen. Shortcuts often lead to quicksand instead of utopia. Myth 5. My fears aren't a big deal. The truth is, overcoming your basic fears is key to unlocking your potential. So, where's the opportunity today? There is a problem-solving boom. Businesses, individuals, even governments struggle with unique challenges. Can you offer solutions via products, services, or specialized knowledge? Upskilling is the new gold rush. Learn in-demand skills. Don't just consume content, become a creator, blogging, courses, etc. The niche is king or queen. Serve everyone is a recipe for mediocrity. Find a specific audience with problems you understand. For example, don't just focus on fitness, but on fitness for busy moms over 40 instead. It's personal, connection, and community. People buy from people they like and trust. Build an authentic and sincere brand. Don't mourn the good old days. They sucked for most people. What problem bugs you that you might be able to solve for others? What skills could make you the go-to person for that problem? Chapter 8. Decision. Napoleon Hill's advice on decision-making is timeless. But how do we apply it to our world of endless distractions and rapid change? It's about focus and adaptability, not just strong willpower. This chapter will give you tools to master procrastination for the 21st century. There are many enemies of decision-making in our world today. 1. Shiny object syndrome. New apps, trends, courses. It's easy to get stuck exploring instead of executing. 2. Information overload. I need to research more is often an excuse to not act. 3. Fear of missing out, FOMO. Constantly checking social media, seeing others winning, can make you doubt your own path. So how can you hack your brain for decision making? 1. The minimum viable decision. Don't aim for perfection, just enough to get started. This builds momentum. Waiting for perfection usually means waiting forever. 2. Time boxing. Dedicate short focused bursts of time to making decisions, then switch off distractions entirely. 3. Defaulting to yes. Instead of justifying action, try having to justify inaction. Reverse your decision-making process. Procrastination is a habit. You can unlearn it. 1. Track your triggers. Is it boredom? Fear of judgment? Understanding the why is key. 2. Reward the right behavior. Small wins matter. Celebrate progress, not just the finish line. 3. Accountability buddy. Find someone to check in with can be more motivating than self-lecturing and self-admonishment. The advantage of a modern mindset. Failure is reframed as iteration. Don't see mistakes as the end. We have tools to test, pivot, and learn faster than ever before. Adaptability is the new superpower. Embrace change as opportunity. What's one decision you've been putting off? What's the smallest version of it you can act on now? What's a distraction you can cut to free up focus? Don't aim for perfect, aim for progress. Action breaks the procrastination loop. Chapter 9. Persistence. What are the persistence challenges of our time? 1. The infinite scroll and Buffett syndrome. Social media, news feeds, they're designed to keep us hooked, not focused. 2. The what's next mentality. So many options, so tempting to jump ship at the first obstacle. 3. The perfection trap. Fear of judgment makes us tweak forever instead of launching and learning, becoming a persistence powerhouse. 1. The power of no. Saying no to shiny distractions is saying yes to your deepest goal. This is mental muscle building. 2. Celebrate the tiny wins. Modern brains crave instant reward. Break your goal into micro steps and celebrate each one. 3. Failure is feedback. Don't personalize setbacks, analyze them. Did you need more focus? Different skill. This is iteration, not defeat. Unleashing your inner will. Persistence is a skill you can train, just like building muscle. Don't rely on fleeting motivation. Build the habit of persistence. Remember, the ones who change the world aren't immune to doubt. They just don't stop. Start with 1. What's one distraction you can cut to free up focus this week? How can you break down your big goal into mini wins you feel excited about? Who could be your persistence partner? Even just a supportive friend helps. Chapter 10. Power of the Mastermind. Napoleon Hill's advice on a mastermind is even more relevant now, but the world has become even more challenging. Loneliness and isolation are epidemics in the digital age. We need new ways to build collaborative power for support and achieving our goals. Too many shallow connections can leave us scattered, lacking the depth needed for true collaboration. Behind the online facades, we're afraid to ask for help and admit we don't have all the answers. It's easier than ever to be a lone wolf, but that results in islanding and limits the potential of third minds working together. How can you start building your power network? 1. The quality over quantity mindset. Focus on a handful of deep, supportive, aligned relationships versus chasing quantity of connections. 2. Invest in growth zone communities. These could be online masterminds, niche conferences, or local skill sharing groups. Find people who elevate you, not just socialize. 3. Give to get. Lead with what you can offer, not just what you need. Builds trust and attracts abundance-minded people. The inner transformation journey. 1. To attract the best collaborators, you have to be collaborative. 2. Do the work. Build self-trust, ditch imposter syndrome, then you'll attract others on the same path. 3. Remember, you're helping them succeed too. This is the key to abundance mindset shifting from competition to rising together. Who in your circle already has potential for a deeper partnership? Set a coffee date, be it virtual or real, with intention. What's a skill you could share or trade in a mutually beneficial way? Are you in a growth zone community? If not, what's one you could explore or perhaps even create? Chapter 11. The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. What is transmutation, really? It means consciously converting one form of energy into another. Think of an athlete's drive before a competition, or the deep focus an artist gets in the zone. We can choose where our potent energy gets channeled. Why does this matter? 1. Creativity is the ultimate human power. It brings our unique ideas to life. 2. When we're scattered or only using surface-level energy, our work feels mediocre. 3. Transmutation is about accessing that deep, transformational creative power. This isn't about shaming or denying any part of yourself, or even grinding 24/7 with zero joy. It is about noticing what gives you that surge of potent energy. It is about building practices to deliberately tap in to that source. Examples include meditation, dance, time in nature, etc. It is about directing that energy towards your goals versus it being diffused or scattered. Creativity flows when we feel safe, expansive, and unblocked. Transmutation is helped by emotional intelligence, addressing our fears and healing any wounds that limit us. What's one source of potent energy for you, even if it feels unexpected? How can you build a simple tap-in ritual around it? Daily, even for 5 minutes. Where do you want to direct that energy? Pick a specific project. Chapter 12. The Subconscious Mind. The subconscious is not magic, but a powerful part of your mind. You can influence it to support reaching your goals. Think of it like a giant mental filing cabinet. 1. It stores memories, impressions, deep beliefs, even stuff you're not consciously aware of. 2. It's highly receptive, taking things in without judgment. 3. It powers automatic habits and deeply held patterns, both those that help us and those that hold us back. The subconscious is also a powerful processor that works actively in the background, and we can tap into its immense powers. The key is being intentional about what you feed it. Desire alone isn't enough. You need emotional intensity, passion, belief, love, to create real impact. This is where tools like visualization, affirmations, and building strong mental habits come in. How the subconscious connects to the bigger picture. Some call this infinite intelligence, the universe, etc. Science calls it the complex systems we're all part of. The point is this: we don't operate in a vacuum. Our inner and outer worlds are constantly influencing each other. The subconscious helps translate your inner world, beliefs, desires, into actions impacting the outer. This is how it works. 1. Intentional input. You choose a clear desire and feed it to your subconscious with feeling and repetition. 2. Pattern creation. The subconscious, like a muscle, builds stronger pathways based on what you repeat. 3. Influenced action. Over time, it influences your choices in ways that align, consciously or not, with the goal. 4. Inspiration. This is where those light bulb moments come from, your subconscious working on the problem. The more emotionally open, self-aware, and free from limiting beliefs you are, the better this process works. Therapy, mindfulness, etc. can be powerful to clear out subconscious clutter holding you back. Instead of just praying in the traditional sense, try actively visualizing your goal while feeling the emotions of having it. What are some small, consistent ways to feed your subconscious what you want? Journaling? Affirmations? Remember, change takes time. Be patient, be curious, be kind to yourself in the process. Chapter 13. The Brain. Today we know the brain is far more than just a physical organ. It shapes our reality. We're still learning its secrets, but one thing's clear. The way you use your brain transforms your life. Think of your brain like a cosmic switchboard, billions of interconnected neurons firing and rewiring constantly. Science is just starting to grasp its complexity, but it's clear this isn't just about keeping your body alive. This system likely interacts with forces beyond what we can directly measure, like thought, inspiration, and connection. The power of focused thought. Ordinary thoughts are slow, but mix them with strong emotion, like desire, and they vibrate faster, reaching further. Your subconscious works like a receiver, picking up these signals, both from within you and the wider world. The creative imagination translates these into possibilities your conscious mind wouldn't see alone. Activating your inner broadcast system. To wield this power intentionally, remember that 1. Desire initiates. A clear, burning desire acts like fuel for your mental engine. 2. Emotion amplifies. The stronger the emotions attached to your desire, the louder the broadcast. 3. Autosuggestion transmits. This is how you tune the signal and convince your subconscious it's real. Just as we're influenced by physical forces like gravity, we're likely impacted on subtler levels too. Science is exploring phenomena like intuition and interconnectedness more seriously than ever. This doesn't mean giving up on the tangible, but being open to how unseen forces might help us. It's easy to dismiss what we don't fully understand. But consider the following. What drives your deepest motivations? Not just logic, but deep-held beliefs. How does inspiration seem to come from nowhere? Why do we sometimes sense things beyond our 5 senses? How can you be more intentional about the signals you feed your brain? Meditation, focused work, etc. What are you most curious to explore about the connection between your mind and the wider world? Remember, this power works best in collaboration. Who can you discuss ideas with, sparking new insight? Chapter 14. The Sixth Sense. The concept of intuition and accessing deeper knowledge is increasingly taken seriously by science and psychology. This chapter is about how the right mindset and practices can help you cultivate that inner wisdom. Think of it as the culmination of the other principles. Your subconscious mind, churning on info you may not be consciously aware of, filtered based on your deep programming. The creative imagination, synthesizing possibilities and offering flashes of insight. This is when those hunches and gut feelings come from. They may seem mysterious, but they're rooted in you. The inner compass is not just a miracle. This isn't about external forces or magic. Consider these. 1. Nature is complex. We're constantly picking up on subtle cues and patterns. 2. Our minds are capable of far more than we fully give them credit for. 3. The sixth sense is accessing that deeper intelligence to aid in translating desires into action. Developing your inner compass takes work, not just wishing. Knowledge. Seek out diverse information that fuels your imagination. Reflection, meditation, and practices that help you become more aware of your thought patterns. Openness, cultivate a mind that's curious, not trapped by skepticism or rigid self-doubt. Application, test your hunches with action. This refines your intuition over time. The power of belief and focus is real. Hero worship can be a tool if used thoughtfully. What traits in others inspire you, and how can you integrate them? Your mind responds to what you dwell on. Consciously choosing a focused counsel can be deeply influential. Regular meetings with this inner advisory board help keep goals and inspiration top of mind. This power, like any, is shaped by you. Beware of self-limiting beliefs becoming prophecies. True intuition is rarely dramatic. It may be a quiet feeling, a persistent idea, not a booming voice in your head. Always use critical thinking alongside intuition. Gut feelings are a starting point, not a substitute for due diligence. What's an area of life where you wish you had better hunches? Start tracking when those come and the result. How could you set aside intentional time for reflection and seeking new knowledge to spark your intuition? What kind of inspiring figures, past or present, would be on your inner council? Chapter 15. How to Outwit the 6 Ghosts of Fear. Hill's 6 basic fears are about how our thoughts and fears powerfully shape our reality. This chapter is not about magically banishing fear, but about becoming aware of self-limiting beliefs and how to work with them to your advantage. It's crucial to remember, fear isn't something that just happens to you. It's something your mind can create and perpetuate. Our thoughts directly affect our physical and emotional well-being. This isn't about denying challenges exist, but recognizing the power of your own mind in how you approach them. Why fear of poverty was so prevalent. Hill's emphasis on this fear reflects the Depression era, but the principle is timeless. Our societies are built on systems that can breed financial insecurity and a desperation mentality. This cultivates a mindset of lack, not of possibility, which becomes self-fulfilling. It's essential to be aware of this background noise of fear so you can choose not to buy into it. The 6 basic fears, revised. Let's examine Hill's list and incorporate a modern interpretation. Fear of poverty. Fear of scarcity. The belief that there's never enough. Money, time, love, resources. Fear of criticism. Fear of rejection. A focus on external validation, letting others determine your worth. Fear of ill health. Fear of vulnerability. Anxiety about not being in control. The impermanence of well-being. Fear of loss of love. Fear of abandonment stems from insecurity in relationships, lack of healthy attachment, fear of old age, fear of irrelevance, worry about diminishing value, becoming obsolete, losing one's purpose, fear of death, fear of the unknown. The ultimate uncertainty can reflect lack of meaning or spiritual grounding. What are the symptoms of fear? Rather than a checklist, think of these as areas where fear can manifest. 1. Inaction and procrastination. Analysis paralysis. Waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. 2. Self-doubt and imposter syndrome. Feeling like a fraud, constantly second-guessing your abilities. 3. Indecision and people-pleasing. Relying on others to validate you, not trusting your own judgment. 4. Self-sabotage and negative thinking. Expecting failure or creating reasons things won't work out. 5. Rigidity and control issues. Inability to adapt to change, needing excessive predictability. 6. Overwhelm and burnout. A sense of never enough, difficulty setting boundaries. It's not about getting rid of fear altogether, but transforming it into fuel. Awareness. Naming your fears is the first step. Journal. Talk to a trusted person. Observe how they play out. Challenge the narrative. Are these fears based in past experience? Societal messaging? Self-criticism? Focus on choice. You always have options, even if it's only how you respond. Start with small choices to build agency. Reframe as curiosity. Instead of, I'm afraid of X, ask, what information am I missing about X? Seek support. Don't try to go it alone. Mentors, therapists, communities who face similar challenges. What's your most dominant fear right now? How does it limit you? What's one tiny action step you can take this week to start facing it? Remember, progress is better than perfection. Be kind to yourself as you learn. Napoleon Hill's advice on excuses is spot on. Our biggest enemy is often ourselves. But it's easy to fall into self-blame, so ditching the excuses is important. But we need to remember to do it with self-compassion and not whip ourselves in the process. The goal is to create new, empowering habits of thought and action. We all have these mental alibis. If only I had X, then I could. I can't because of Y's. They feel true in the moment, providing a shield against scary vulnerability. But in the long run, they keep us stuck. So why do you cling to excuses? Think of them like protective armor. They defend our ego. It's easier to blame circumstances than admit we might need to change. They're familiar. Even bad habits can feel oddly comforting. They let us avoid risk. No risk of failure if we never even try. What is the cost of such clinging? Stagnation. Excuses turn into self-fulfilling prophecies. Loss of agency. We hand over all power to outside forces. Resentment. We build a case about life being unfair. How can you break the habit? It's a process, not an overnight fix. Awareness. Start noticing your go-to excuses. Write them down. This builds distance. Curiosity, not judgment. Instead of I'm lazy, ask, why am I afraid to start? Reframing your ifs. If I had more time becomes, how can I make some time, starting small? Focus on what is possible. Break goals into tiny, doable steps. Celebrate tiny wins. Acknowledge effort, not just outcomes. Get support. Talking it through disrupts the excuse echo chamber. The master key is your own mind. Hill's concept of burning desire underscores a powerful plan that we can build. It's not just only about visualization, but aligning intentions, values, and actions. It's built over time through those small steps. Desire isn't always fiery passion. It can be a quiet determination. What's one excuse that's been holding you back? What's the tiny step you can take to chip away at its power? It's not about perfection. It's about the practice. Be kind to yourself. All right, that's it for this video. Remember, the key isn't about beating yourself up for past stumbles. It's about building a new habit of self-awareness and taking consistent, empowered action. So what excuse are you ready to tackle first? Leave a comment below. Let's hold each other accountable. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more of such content. Thanks for joining us. God bless and Godspeed.